I'm tired of hearing about every company that is struggling, about hearing about every injustice, about every disaster, about every problem in the world. It makes me tired, but actually I'm fine. Nothing bad seems to be happening to me. So why am I the one that is constantly tired? I noticed that when my son comes home from school, that he wants to play. He's like, hey, let's make this origami thing together, or let's watch this TV show together, or let's play some piano together. He just wants to do stuff with his parents. And who can blame him, right? He's had a fulfilling day at nursery school or kindergarten, whatever you want to call it. And he comes back and he wants to continue having a good day. And on my side, I've been like, I thought that I was doing what I enjoy, which is, making videos or doing client type work, whatever it is I have to do. And then when he gets home, I'm like, yes, my family is back. My partner's come home and my son has come home. Let's have fun. And all I can think to do is like turn on the piano and start mucking about with that, or I don't know, checking my phone or looking at my Tamagotchi. I just feel like I'm constantly trying to avoid my family, whom I waited all day to come home and spend time with me. So I'm like, I waited for everyone to get home, and once they're home, I can't wait to get away. And why is that happening? Well, I was watching this video recently about a guy who said that he deleted social media for 3 years. I don't know if that's actually true because he's a YouTuber and I'm pretty sure he kept posting videos on social media. So either he found a way to post relevant content on the internet without actually seeing any other content. So I don't actually know if it's true whether he got rid of social media entirely. Maybe he just got rid of certain platforms, like he got rid of X or got rid of Instagram or whatever it was. But what I have noticed is that I feel emotionally drained more so in 2026 than I ever have before. Now, I have always loved YouTube. I actually really enjoy being on Twitter, x.com. I used to sort of be on Instagram, but I don't really use it anymore. But I loved social media, and I always thought of it as like a very powerful thing. But at some point, I feel like a switch was actually flicked. Like it changed, and it went from being a place where I can be social with others, it just turned into this consumption tool where I wouldn't be social with people. And then when in real life people wanted to socialize with me, I didn't have the energy for it anymore. And I feel like what's actually happening is emotional burnout through social media, which is causing me to become antisocial. And it's so frustrating because, like I say, I spend my whole day working, and mostly I work from home. So when everyone comes home, I feel like these are my people that I can socialize with. I should want to socialize with my family. And to some extent, I still do. But I feel like in 2026, it's harder than it has ever been. And like, it wasn't hard before. Like, even in 2024 and 2025, I don't feel like it was really that bad. But I feel like when my family comes home in 2026, I'm like, I can't even explain why, but I'm just really tired. And it's not your fault. And as far as I can tell, it's not actually anything I did today. Nothing actually exhausted me at work today. So I don't know why I'm so tired, and I'm sorry. And I don't like have this whole conversation with my family, but this is what I'm thinking. Obviously, got a very busy head. But when my family comes home and I'm like struggling to find the energy to talk with them or play with my son or help with the cooking, whatever it is, it just instantly exhausts me. And that's just so sad because that's what I really want to do. Like, yes, I enjoy what I do during the day, but I don't live to work. Like, work is something that inevitably everyone has to do. So if I'm going to do it, I want to do something that I'm enjoying. But really, I want to spend time with my family. Like, isn't this what I was aiming for? This feels like the whole point of what I was, building a career for, was to have enough money to support my family and spend time with my family. So it sucks that now when they get home, I don't want to spend time with them. And anyway, in this video where this guy says that he got rid of social media for 3 years, he said that the emotional burnout that he experienced from reading about all of these traumatic events and disasters and intrigues and outrage that he read on social media, it would make him too tired to actually spend time with his own family. And that's when it clicked for me. I was like, I think that's what's happened to me, because it wasn't like this before. And I used to really enjoy social media, but I definitely found myself doom scrolling more so in 2026 than I ever have before. Like, and I'm not talking about just x.com. I actually deleted the app off my phone so that I cannot doom scroll. I cannot believe that I lack the willpower to avoid doom scrolling, but it's reached a point where it's not about willpower. It feels like the algorithm has hacked into our brains. It has found exactly what pace of content, what forms of content, what ways to show the content, maybe just the refresh rate of our screens. Maybe it has all been calculated to make sure that we feel enough discomfort if we tried to turn it off. So the only thing I could do is just get rid of x.com off x.com. I just get rid of the Twitter app off my phone. I still have it on my iPad just so that I can upload a link and a thumbnail when I post these videos, but I try not to be on it just to like consume content, because I notice it happens every single time. I'm like, well, I haven't looked at Twitter for a week. That's pretty good, right? I'll just open it up briefly to see what's happened. Half an hour later, I'm still looking at it. I'm like, I cannot believe that I thought I was just going to check this for like 5 minutes, and I'm here 30 minutes later, possibly going on even longer, into an hour. And then I go on YouTube, which is obviously the platform I love because it's the platform that supports me. I make these videos for this channel. This is my thing. I can't hate this platform, but for me, as a consumer of content as well, it's gone completely out of hand. I'm just like constantly searching for content, even though I've already decided there's nothing for me here. I even say it to myself. I look at the home feed and I refresh it and it just shows me more videos that I've already tried to avoid. I'm like, look, I don't want to watch that, and I don't want to watch that, and I don't want to watch that. It shows me like, on average on a laptop screen or an iPad screen, it shows you like 9 thumbnails pretty much, like not counting shorts videos because they're a bit longer. Anyway, it shows you like 9 videos, and I'm like, I've seen all of these thumbnails. I've already decided I don't want to watch them. Video game content, it's like, okay, these are certain topics that have already been discussed. I don't need to hear about them anymore. Music content, it's like, okay, we haven't heard any more about the previous controversy since yesterday, so there's nothing new to hear. The bricks and minifigs controversy, it's just like, Ben hasn't made a new video, so we don't even know what else is happening yet. So it's like, I have to wait. I know that I have to wait, and I know that there's nothing left for me here today. And then I still refresh the page, or if I'm on my iPad, you swipe down and it, like a roulette machine. No, it's not like a roulette machine. Like a slot machine, you see it spin and it shows 777. Oh, great. This is a video that I actually want to watch. So, and there's some research into that fact that, pulling down on your phone is the action that feels a lot like a slot machine. You pull down and then by magic you get to see some combination of new things appear that might be good or bad. So, algorithm hacking aside, the fact that it's addictive is not really the annoying thing for me. What's frustrating is that I feel like the form of the content that has been fed to me specifically in 2026, maybe it just is a bad year, maybe everything really is awful this year. I feel like the type of content that is being fed to me specifically is leaving me emotionally drained, like specifically emotionally. Like I am getting invested in things that did not interest me before. Like this guy Brian, is he going to get his Legos back? What is it? What is it to do with me? Nothing. I have no money in this race. I just do not, like, I shouldn't care whether Brian gets his Legos back. But now it has become the headline content. If YouTube was Netflix, this is like the Wednesday this is like the Wednesday show, that the show, the Addams Family Wednesday. Anyway, it's like YouTube has found a money printer They're like, if we just slowly feed out more and more information, I don't know who is the mastermind of all this, but obviously YouTube is rolling in clicks and engagements, CTR. I can't remember what the exact word is. This is obviously great for YouTube, but for me, it leaves me like incredibly emotionally drained. And I know that it makes no sense, because when I talk to some people who really aren't on the internet very much, like, because, I live out in the countryside in Japan, so like I can get to Tokyo quite quickly, but I see a lot of people who are just, they are not as heavily like online. They're not as terminally online. I hate that phrase, but like they're not as terminally online as I have been in 2026. And I'm like, wow, did you hear about this Lego controversy? Have you heard about the fact that Fender is like trying to sue every guitar company in existence? And people just look at me like, really? Is that happening? that sounds terrible. And it's like, that's the phrase that always gets me. It's like people say to me like, well, that sounds terrible. And it's like, it does, doesn't it? It sounds terrible. Why am I addicted to hearing about it? And it's the addictive quality of it, but it's also just this algorithm hacking and just making sure certain information is fed to us. And I think we do find pleasure in hearing about like injustice and misery and outrage. I hate to admit it, but I feel like it might just be a human thing. Like they've found some awful part of the human condition, is that what it's called? And they've decided to capitalize on it. It's like, well, people are actually kind of terrible. They get a kick out of hearing about this stuff. And I really wish I didn't, because, again, at the end of the day, what really annoys me is that I feel like I don't have enough energy for my actual family. These are the people. There's not many of them. These are the few people in my world that I want to dedicate my emotional energy to. My actual just regular energy. If it just involves running around the house with paper planes and origami. I keep talking about origami. He's really into origami right now. I want to have the energy to do that. But as soon as he gets home and he's shown me a few things and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad you're back, I'm already like looking around the room. I'm not specifically looking to get back on my phone, but I am like, oh, could you just like chill out and watch TV for a minute? Because I need to relax, and I don't know why. Like, why do I need to relax? I've been having a very chilled out, relaxed day already. And now that you're home, I should be all geared up to have my full attention on you and have a nice chat with my partner over dinner. Like, I should have the energy to do these things. And for some reason, I don't. And I think it's no accident at all, whatsoever. I think the way that social media has been run in 2026 is everyone has found that they can run these algorithms that drain us emotionally. Not because they want to drain us emotionally, but because it keeps us, scrolling for as long as physically possible. So for them, I feel like it's not even malicious. I don't think they're trying to like make us sad, energyless people. They just want us to be on the platform as long as possible. I feel like even when I leave the platform, the fact that I was on it for a little while during the day, consuming all this misery, outrage, and intrigue, I am missing a specific kind of energy that I need when I interact with my family, and that's emotional energy. I'm emotionally burnt out by the Lego controversy. I cannot believe how much investment I have put emotionally into this saga that has nothing to do with me. It's just so intriguing because it's like a real life movie with people who have been portrayed as villains, people who are portrayed as heroes, people who are portrayed as the bringers of justice, and the people who are speaking reason and explaining all these things. And honestly, it's just really intriguing. Man, I'm just drained by the time anyone gets home. I'm like, man, you would not believe what's happened in the Lego controversy today. And they're like, that sounds terrible. And yes, it does. It does sound terrible, because it is terrible. Not just because it's terrible, but because it's terrible for me. It's terrible that I know any of this. I wish I didn't know. I was going to say I don't really know what to do about it, but I think what I need to do about it is just get that plugin that doesn't show me anything in my recommended feed. Like x.com, actually not too worried about it because I can just choose not to boot that app up. It only happens about once a week that I get lost on Twitter because I'm like, well, I've been out of touch for a while. Maybe I'll just like touch base and figure out what's going on in the world of video games on Twitter. Oh God, I wish I hadn't ended up here. YouTube, on the other hand, like, I do watch YouTube videos because it informs me about what other stuff is happening, things that I might want to also talk about, and it's been helpful. Like, there's a lot of topics in the world of video games that I've been able to comment on as well, but I think in addition to that, man, it's not just the video game content. Like, I clicked on one video that was even vague. I've talked about this before, but like, if I click on anything, like, I could think that it's a TikTok dance, and it's actually not. It ends up being something about like someone was wearing the wrong outfit in the wrong country, and they don't like that particular minority. I was like, what is going on? I've been like dragged into some more like political drama. I'm not interested. It sounds terrible because it is terrible for me. And it's terrible for you too. But what can we actually do about it other than just loading that plugin that gets rid of recommended videos? If you do install that plugin, please just like keep track of me on Twitter so that when I post videos that you actually see my new videos, or look, just click directly on your subscriptions button. I think you can actually see who you're like subscribed to, and it'll just show you if they've got new videos. So I feel your pain. Do you feel my pain? I think that I really want my energy back. And I think the way to do it is to avoid getting emotionally burnt out during the day. And I think what I can do instead of just using plugins is what I said in my tweet actually yesterday. I said, if I catch myself doom scrolling for over an hour on social media, I feel like even like 10 minutes is too much. But if I find myself doom scrolling for more than an hour and it keeps happening, especially on YouTube right now, if it happens, I'm going to spend the rest of the week doing nothing but practicing sweep picking on guitar. That's not even a skill that I even really want, but it was something that I kind of liked when I was a kid. It just seems like a time-consuming way to practice guitar. I have done a little bit of practice of sweep picking. It's not that it's hard, but it takes time, and I want to do something that involves consistency and is time consuming, but isn't social media. Again, I don't think social media is evil. It just feels like someone has definitely flicked the switch in these algorithms this year in 2026, because it is crazy. It is not what it was before, and I can't get enough of it. I need to unplug. So, are you in this position? Do you feel emotionally drained? Do you feel like the people you actually want to be social with, you lack the energy to be social with them? Do you think that maybe it's because of emotional burnout, because of social media, which in turn is actually kind of making you antisocial? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. I've been NihongoGamer. That's all I have to say about this today. I'll see you all real soon.